Welcome to day 2 of our PAX East Day in Review live in front of a studio audience.
First time ever.
First time ever, that's right. Cheers, Chico. Cheers. Here we go. Cheers. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
All right. It's been day 2. It's been a long day. It's been a fun day. It's actually been a really fun evening, let me tell you. But we have some games to tell you about.
Yes.
Thanks for agreeing with me.
We do. I thought you were going to keep talking after I talk.
That's great.
This is what happens when you get late and the drinking started before the editing.
Drinking started long before we started recording this. So, we saw a few games today. Some good ones that really stood out to us. We're going to save those to the end. But other ones that I'd say stood out to us, but maybe aren't like the greatest of them today. And I want to start with one called My Time at Porsche. This is from Team 17. We're published by Team 17, of course, the publishers of Worms, or the creators of Worms. But My Time at Porsche is more like, it really reminds me of last year's Yonder.
Yeah.
Which we enjoyed. But it really felt like a Yonder clone.
With a few extra weird little bits like the rock, paper, scissors and random circle battles.
Yeah, a lot more conversations with people. You can talk to anybody. You can talk to cats. You talk to a guy in the Ministry of Labor or something like that. You can do rock, paper, scissors with him. And it's
for some reason.
I don't know why, but you can. I think you can do rock, paper, scissors with that girl I just talked to as well. Again, I don't know what the purpose of that is, but really it's like first mission is create an axe. But in order to create an axe, you have to go out and get your wood and your rock and just find it and then
gathering.
Gather all your resources and make it. And I mean, it's good. I think it's coming out. It's coming out for the Switch, the Xbox One, PC. It's out available on Steam Preview. I think right now.
Yep, Steam Early Access right now.
And then PS4, Switch, and Xbox coming soon. Yep. So it's available for all. This is again like Yonder. This is the perfect game for the Switch.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that I think that playing that on the go, the sort of stuff you're going to do, it's going to great time killer sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gathering resources and stuff.
Personally, this isn't the kind of game I want to sit in front of my TV, big TV in the living room and spend hours and hours playing. But I could see playing this on the go with my Switch if I'm out on vacation or I'm traveling in the car while you're driving for 9 hours. You're sitting in front of your
TV, watching TV with somebody else, and you're not really that interested in the show they're watching, want to have something to do. So you can still be in the same room with them. This is the sort of thing.
There you go. Exactly. So that's My Time at Porsche, and that is coming soon. The next one is another small game called Solo. Single developer, by the looks of it.
Yep. One guy.
Puzzle-based, level-oriented, just little islands. As you gain new islands, you basically each island is a puzzle.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to get from one island to the next.
Yeah, and what's neat about this is it asks you questions, and he described it as more like it's a romance-based story. So you actually answer the questions as yourself, like, do you know love, or do you have a partner now, or you did but you're heartbroken, that sort of thing, and that kind of guides the story as you're going, right? And you get different questions along the way. I'm not sure how that affects the gameplay per se, but it affects the story that is being told as you play it.
And you wisely, on the video at least, responded that you have only one true love.
Well, of course I do.
Yes, and it's a good thing because she might watch this at some point. So it's
she will not be watching this. She will not be watching this, let me tell you. She will not.
Now Jay's upset that you said you've only had one true love because he knows
because
at least what you told him.
Yes, well, Jay's the studio audience, so he should be quiet. Be quiet, Jay.
They're just making faces. Faces are quiet. Faces are quiet.
But
Brian, your face is too loud.
But they can't see Brian.
Yeah, well then
anyway,
go for my description.
Solo is. I found it fun. It was interesting puzzles. I can, I'm assuming the later islands will be a lot harder to play.
Yeah, you get different things. Like from the one island to the next, you got the parachute, which allows you to hover and fly from one area to the next.
You're right. Yeah.
So they sort of like as a progression, I think you get different items that'll allow you to progress further onto the different islands and stuff as well.
Right. It's cute. It's a fun game. Again, I believe this is coming to. Is it coming to Switch? Or is it PC to start with?
He said
I can't
Switch.
remember.
No, he said Switch and PC.
Yes.
And depending on how it goes, they really wanted. He said this is a game that they really wanted to get on the Switch market because he felt that there was the right market for that.
It really is. It really is. It's again another.
That's everybody's wants to get their games on the Switch right now.
Everybody wants to be on Switch. Is huge at PAX this year. Everybody is Switch. It's like Switch this, Switch that. Now I've got the hiccups because I've been drinking too much. All right, here's another one called Widget. This was a fun game.
Now, when you started this, I actually thought you were going to hate this from the first part of it because
from the description of it, it didn't sound all that exciting.
No, like you look like, man, I don't think I'm going to really be into this, but it turned out to be really fun.
Okay, so the idea here is you have when you're playing online, it's an 8v8.
Yeah.
You have 16 witches and 16 hunters.
I guess up to. You played 2v2.
Up to. Yeah, we played 2v2, but you can have up to 8 witches, up to 8 hunters. The hunters are, as they say, they're hunting for the witches. But here's what's cool. The witches can transform themselves into any object in the arena.
Yeah.
So the one where I played as a witch was in this castle. So I disguised myself as a book or as a barrel or as an apple even. And as that object, you can then move through the environment and just hide. Yeah. You find a nice little corner to hide in. The object is to not get caught and not get shot by the hunters.
Yeah, and each hunter and each witch has some different special abilities.
Yeah.
For example, the first one you played as, your special ability was to throw a chicken.
Which would squawk if it came near a witch.
Yes, which would have worked better if your headset was working.
If my headset was working, it probably would have worked great.
Yeah.
But as I played as a witch, it was great. I basically disguised myself as a book
and hid in a corner.
And I hid in a corner under a table
near a bookcase.
And no one came near me. They looked at me and thought, "Well, that just looks normal." So away they went. But this was a fun game.
Yeah,
I can see having a lot of fun with this. It's just I would love playing as a witch all the time. Actually,
yeah,
because that's what's neat about the witch too is when you are say I'm the book. But I can also use an ability to grab another object in the area and make it move so they think that's the witch.
Right.
And they go towards it, and I can lure them away from me and then move into another location because you can't move as a witch anymore. You have to move as that object.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're a chair, you literally have to roll that chair and jump and kind of get it up. I had to jump up the stairs as a chair. Yeah, it was fun though. I had a lot of fun with this.
PC and they said consoles. They're hoping going to drop on PC first, and then they're hoping to get onto console.
Yeah, exactly. So keep an eye out for Widget, and that is being published by Daedalic.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Legends of Aria. This is an interesting MMO. This is an MMO that basically has no quests. It's like don't expect the kind of quests. You're not going to get exclamation marks above people's heads.
No, there's no progression really. It's you are.
Well, there is progression.
Well, so there's no story progression. It's you play what you want to play in this.
Exactly.
In this
you play as you want to play in this world. You do what you want. It's completely open world. There's player housing. There's player market. You build your character as you want to build it, and you go and you do whatever you want to do in this world. And it's totally up to you what you want to do. There are dungeons. There are places to go to kill enemies. And I thought I was going to show a later edition of it. Instead, we're seeing the arm of the developer in here. Yes. But I was going to show you a different version. But I'm trying to get to a graveyard where I can basically fight some skeletons.
I think the fighting's coming up eventually.
It is.
Cool thing about this is how he explained how the PvP system works.
Yes, this is great.
Which is like something that's always bothered me in these games because you steer clear of the PvP areas and stuff like that. So their PvP system works off of an honor-based system. So if somebody's going around killing a bunch of people, their honor goes down to a red.
Their karma? Do you call it karma?
Karma system, yeah.
Yeah.
So their karma goes down. They go down to a red. Red characters lose the ability to fast travel. They're not allowed into the main cities.
Right.
So if there's penalties for the people who want to run around and act like jerks.
Yeah.
There's a penalty for that.
Exactly.
And there's bonuses for those that go around finishing quests, killing monsters, and doing good things. There's bonuses for those characters. They'll get access to certain areas. They'll get better rates and stuff.
So the way I play a game, I play typically PvE. I don't like PvP. So basically, by going around doing good things, my name in the game, if you see me, would appear as a bright blue, or it would be blue, right? So a bright blue would mean that I'm like really good. Yeah. So I haven't tried to kill a player, all that, right? So if you are wanting to be a troll and you see that I'm a bright blue and you basically go and kill me, you're going to get more negative karma by killing a bright blue than you would, say, a gray person.
Right.
So gray is like neutral, right? So and if you're neutral and that other person is neutral, you're not going to lose as much karma. But if you go and kill someone who's a bright blue, you're going to lose a lot more karma and go into the red a lot quicker.
And for those who are in the blue and want to level up, one of the things to get up to the next level is actually for them to hunt down red players. So you become a target as well if you go get yourself down into the red.
If your name is red, if you see a red person, you can either take them down,
you can engage them, or
you can just run. You just make a run for them.
They're jerks. That's exactly.
So that's interesting, but it is completely open world. It's there for you to enjoy the world. He described it like it's like a real life thing. You just go in, you make your own adventure. You build your house, you can have a market, and he says there's this road between two cities that is all just player-based market systems.
They've created that.
You can go shopping.
There's not an actual marketplace. That's just the players who are using this now have created their own sort of market road.
Market road, exactly. It's all player-based. One other thing before we move on is that this game allows for player servers. So players can host their own server and create their own maps within Legends of Aria. So they can create their own Legends of Aria map on their server and have other people come and play on that server, build their homes, live on that particular server. It's the only MMO like this that allows player-hosted servers with custom maps.
Exactly.
So that's very cool. So I'm looking forward to giving this a try. I'm not a huge fan of the open world, non-guided stories. But this was a beautiful looking game.
Yeah, it looks really interesting, and fortunately,
and it played really well.
Yeah, and they're going to set us up with a couple of preview keys, so we can get a bit more of a deeper dive into this as well.
And one last thing is the skills on this upgrade based on it's very similar to Skyrim, where if you use the skill, it upgrades.
Yeah,
right.
So if you like the bow and arrow, you fire the bow and arrow. Your bow and arrow goes up.
That's right. You're gonna gain levels in the skills you use. So if you start the game as a mage per se,
your mighty victory was just shown there.
My mighty victory, excellent.
Over that chicken.
That's right, my fried chicken. If you start as a mage but realize you don't really like it, that's okay. Don't use that skill anymore. Use another skill, and you can upgrade it and change on the fly. So that was it. Here's another fantastic game. This is the game, I think, the game of the day.
This was great. This little indie developer stuck in the corner.
Literally in the corner, as far back as you can get.
Hidden behind the giant Blizzard booth in the corner there. Absolutely love this. This is a motorcycle combat game.
Exactly.
Called
Steel Rats. And it was great. You don't get off the bike at all.
No.
You are the bike. While you're riding the bike, there are 4 different characters to choose from.
Yeah.
Each character has different abilities.
It is Ghost Rider the game, basically.
It's basically Ghost Rider the game. You have flaming tires. You can drive up the side of walls.
Slow-mo jumps.
Yeah, it is so just looking at it, it doesn't look like something that's going to be amazing, but when we got into play it, we both played it.
It's very intuitive to play. Like, it's not easy.
No,
it's not easy.
It's a good challenge. It's a good challenge.
Like figuring out like the turning around and getting it takes a little bit to maneuver and stuff like that. But just it's so much fun.
It is amazing fun. It is like as Chico said, it is a platformer action adventure on a motorcycle, a flaming motorcycle.
Yeah. I died 4 seconds in.
This is true.
No, I ran. I was just going.
I tried to do a slow-mo jump here and just completely missed.
Well, I got hit by a train immediately after. As soon as but I got better.
He started his play, jumped over a track, and immediately got hit by the train.
Yeah, but still, absolutely love this game. It was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to this. Is coming out on the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, I believe.
Yes. I had a lot of trouble getting up. I was learning the controls here.
You have to learn. It's sort of an up-down situation.
Yeah, you have to understand the controls. You press B to do the switch, the quick switch, right? But it's the forward and back because it's almost like a 2.5D game. You really have to understand how to control the bike because it's not like playing a bike in a racing game.
Yeah, you're thinking if I swing the stick around initially, that's why I thought it was just going to control up and down wherever I go, but no, it's up and down, and then your gas and brake and everything like that. Yeah. Important to note, the guys who did this, they started off building a lot of the Trials-based games, like the Trials Fusion type games.
They are
motorcycle
fans,
physics games.
They're fans of the Trials games. And that's really where a lot of this idea came from.
Yeah,
and you can see that
absolutely.
in this
because you have to maneuver when you're going over your jumps. You have to keep your rider balanced on the thing. I mean, you don't fall off and you can't fail like you would in those games, but like
you can do tricks, and that's where you get your points from. All right, if you're jumping, you jump. You can do the wheelies and or the flips and get points.
Yeah, those are professional.
This was honestly this was the first game of the day.
This was,
and this was our game of the day.
Yeah, this was. I just really loved. To be honest with you, the visuals of that flaming tire on that bike were just fantastic. Like just going through this, all of a sudden, like you're going in. One of the characters, I can't remember which one it is, where you can start the flaming tire and you can actually lay down a path of flame behind your bike.
That's right. What he called the Back to the Future effect.
Yes.
Yeah. What's neat about that one too is if you do a jump, that flame actually falls onto the enemies as you land, which is cool. Check out Steel Rats when it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's not until later this year that it's coming out.
He said the holiday this year, I think.
A lot of the games we saw yesterday and today are like late this year or early next year.
Yeah.
So, keep an eye out for these things because a lot of the stuff we saw is not coming soon. Steel Rats, game of the day. Check it out. Loved it. And that is pretty much everything that really impressed us today.
That is day 2.
That is day 2 of PAX East. We're going to get back to drinking more and having fun with our live studio audience. Yeah, thank you. Woo! Excellent. First ever live studio audience.
We're going to have this done every show.
Every time. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with day 3. This has been an OMGNexus.com production.